Hey everybody, this is Wes from the Console Gaming Crew podcast, and we want to proudly say that we are a part of the Boss Rush network at bossrush.net. BossRush.net is a place where you can find up-to-date news articles, blogs, and podcasts about video games. In addition to that, there is a growing collection of podcasts, not just in the gaming community, but other communities as well. We are honored to be a part of such a great network of podcasters and content creators. So please stop by and give everyone a listen at bossrush.net. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Yokoremba, Keketsi ka?
Hola. Hola.
And he got the squeak in there with the hola. Oh shit, yo, what is up, fam? How we doing, man?
I am sorry for the pause there. I was just
Whoa!
Oh, dude.
Woo!
You caught me so off guard. So off guard with that. I didn't know what was happening.
So I tried to do a English to Japanese translation. So my Yo Crew members, what it be, essentially turned into that.
I appreciate the attempt. Next time, just Warner Brothers, so I'm not so confused. I didn't know we were actually starting.
I didn't
want to
speaking.
You just started
I didn't
want to
warn you because it didn't seem like the right thing to do.
You just started speaking a different language. I'm just staring off into space, like, wait, what's happening? Man, out here practicing His Rosetta Stone while we're supposed to be like making a podcast.
A little bit, yeah. To be honest with you, look, man, yo, I look personally, I would love to go to Japan and actually, you know what I mean, speak the language. So,
dude, I would love to be able to go anywhere and speak the language.
I can barely go to this country and speak the language.
Go to this, you live here.
Yeah, see, told you, my English is shit.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, what are we doing today, fam? What are we doing?
All right. So this is gonna be a news episode. News and what are we playing? Anthony is not here tonight, unfortunately. Hopefully, we'll have him here next week. But until then, yeah, man, let's give y'all some news. I got a question for you, Scoop.
I got a question for you before your question to me.
Oh.
Why? I never noticed this, and it's going to end today. Anytime I can't make an episode or I'm late or something like that, I get to listen to all these amazing jokes the following week. Like when I listen to it back and hear the shit that you guys... That never happens to Anthony, and I don't know why.
Because he's the one that normally makes the jokes. So I normally just sit here and just kind of just run through my spiel and do what I do and then get us into the episode. And then Anthony's normally the one that is off the cuff, as you would say, and you are also the quote unquote off the cuff one. So yeah. I'm normally the one that kind of sticks with it.
Now this time, as much as, and he'll probably get a kick out of this if he listens to it, because as much as I have a bone that I would pick with him, I almost have a bigger bone to pick with you, because this man right here just threw me under the bus and then rolled the hell over. So normally we kick these things off at 8:30. So we talked to Ant. We were actually on a couple minutes early.
I love how much we go behind the scenes on the show.
And, he said, he got a little hung up, but he didn't have an ETA. I'm like, all right, I'm going to hang a bit. As we start approaching 9 o'clock, I'm like, all right, there's some, stuff I'd like to do after this. So, like, I'm not going to hang around too much longer. And Wes is like, yeah, I'm going to do stuff after too. So, like, a couple minutes later, I'm like, all right, are we just going to rock this thing or what? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to send him a text message that says, now or never, boss. And I'm like, all right. So I let Wes go, and then I read the message. It goes, yo, bro, you have an ETA. Andy's got shit to do after this. Like, oh, now I'm the only one that's got shit to do after this.
Well, okay, so here's the one thing. Number one, fuck you. No, number two,
made this whole thing about me.
I let you talk. Now you let me talk. Jesus. Let me get into it right now. Nah. So I don't have anything to do besides the episode. Like, literally, my Saturday nights are this podcast. I have nothing else to do on Saturday nights but this. You know what I mean? That's the type of life I lead. So, if there's no episode, then I have nothing to do, which means I'll play games anyway. So, that's the only thing I got to say on this. So, yeah, I put that in the text because you're the one. You're the one that keeps on throwing this whole thing of, man, yo, when's he going to get it?
No.
Like, yo, guess what, fam?
The point I'm making
it's
is...
on you!
The point I was making is I was gonna send that message when you said I'm
You
gonna
were
send
sitting
an
there
hour.
looking at me when I said it, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna send it.
No, I was looking at you because we're on a freaking webcam. I have to look at you.
No, you don't have to look at me. I was looking at my fucking switch light the entire goddamn time.
I'm doing stuff on my phone. I double checked with you, like, hey, are we gonna do this? And then when you said, yeah, I'm gonna send him a text that says, now or never. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I don't need to send anything then. And then he doesn't send it now or never. Says, yo, man, you got an ETA. Andy's got shit to do. Like, oh, okay.
And look, yo, all he
I
did
could've
was
said that
answer with
myself.
get it done. All he said was get it done.
No, he's look, Lord, it is what it is. People, Lord knows I've gotten held up. I get it. But dang. Man,
Can we do this now?
A fucking semi. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we do this now?
Yeah. Now, what's your question? You little cockbird.
Ah, shit. All right. So my question for you is, what do you think you would spend on a Lego set that is 2,807 pieces?
Are you asking me what I would be willing to spend, or what I think said piece would cost?
Well, let's go ahead and say what the said piece is, and then we'll go ahead and try to figure out what people think from there. So, set number 71,411 is a Mighty Bowser Lego, just gargantuan creature, man. Thing actually looks pretty fucking cool. It is 2,807 pieces. And, like, I mean, I'm looking at the pictures right now. Like, yo, this thing does look pretty legit.
Now, this is perfect for me because I can maybe... Well, actually, no. It'd be tough for me to guess the price, but I have somewhere between 7 and 10 sets from that Mario line. That
Are
one,
you serious?
Yeah, Alex got them for me. She forever, for like well before Cameron, when her and I were just walking through Target, we'd be seeing these like diesel Lego things, like Star Wars and shit like that, and I'm like, man, like that's something that, like, I would love to get back into making those and like displaying them somewhere,
It's
like
peaceful,
the
man.
big ones, but they're so expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, no wonder, like, I didn't get these big ass Legos when I was a kid. Damn things are expensive. Like, I got money now and I won't even buy them for myself.
Yo, I got adult money doing adult things, and I still ain't spending that money on it.
So Alex, maybe like a couple months ago, when I was trying to find other things to do to like calm my brain at night and stuff like that, so she got me a bunch from that set. So she got me the shit you need to start it all, which is the Mario piece. And then she got me Yoshi's Village. I can show you them all, but I have like 5 or 6 of them. And
Yeah, them all built?
Yes. I did have to store them though, because we had to shift shit around downstairs, so I did have to like take some of them off where I had them all displayed to lay them down, but I have.
There are 32.
There are 32. I have
32 in this line.
Yeah, I have like 8. I have like 8 to 10, and it's cool because it comes with an app on your phone. That's where the instructions are on how to build it.
Oh, okay.
And Mario, like I said, this is not the Legos that we grew up with. Mario, like the whole set is Bluetooth. So Mario has an LED screen on his chest, and you sync it to your phone. It has a power button, it has batteries, and you can actually run. You literally can make a course, like you can make your own Mario world, and he has, like, Mario will interact with certain things. So like Bluetooth wise, when you step on or when you hit a coin block, you'll hear the ba-ding, 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 ba-ding coming from the Mario piece.
God.
Bro, it's so dope. Same thing when you touch, like, if you touch like you know how they have how Legos are different colors. You have the red, the blue, the green.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the Mario world, the blue is for water, the red is fire. So if he touches any of the red ones, he'll go wow, 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 just like he does in the game. Like, dude, it's great. It's great. Like when you go against bosses and stuff like that, like you can flip and do double jump. Like, it's sick. It's so sick. So I understand why they are as expensive as they are, and obviously when you get to the flag at the end, it does the same sound that it does in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dope. Yeah, it's so sick. So, man, for this,
How much would you pay for this glorious thing?
How much would I pay? that many pieces, unless I'm tripping, I gotta feel like it's over 100, because I think some of the ones that I was about to say, the ones that I had, I don't think any of them individually were over 100. And one of them, I think the biggest one had like 800 pieces. So
Gotcha,
if we're over 2 stacks here, then we're I don't know that I wouldn't pay this, but I'm gonna say maybe around 250.
You're very close. So on October 1st, this will be launching into the world for a cool, calm, and collected $269.99 on the Lego store.
As we are talking about this, I'm trying to go back through my pictures
your
on my
app?
phone because
That's sick.
my pictures on my phone because I think I at least took a picture of when I made my first.
Oh,
quote,
okay.
Yeah. I and if I have it, I can send it to you.
Yeah. So look, this isn't. I mean, this right now I think is the most expensive one currently. Part of the line, but I mean, you have like the 1,152 set Bowser's Airship that's sitting at $100. You have the Super Mario 64 set that's sitting at $169. I mean, I saw the entire Luigi's Mansion. I saw that, dude. Like, yo, that shit looks insane. You also have the Poltergust expansion pack for another $30 for the mansion. Like, yo, I love all of this stuff, man. You got Lakitu, Skyworld expansion sets. You have the Big Urchin expansion sets. Yeah, dude. So $270. I'm not saying I'm buying it. I'm not saying I'm asking anybody to buy it. But I certainly wouldn't turn it down if it ended up in front of me. I will say that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. So yeah, for whatever reason, I took a picture of the box of one of them. I have the. Which one is this? It looks like it says it has 264 pieces.
264?
Yeah, and that's the I don't know if you can see this if I hold it up. I think this is the Yoshi or like the Mushroom Kingdom one.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I see that.
So I have that one. I'm trying to see. I thought I took a picture because when I made the very first one, I literally made it from one end of this bookshelf to the other, just like it would be like the one one level would look, just straight side scroller.
That is awesome.
It was pretty good. I think you would enjoy this.
Well, if anybody buys it, like I said, if you got enough money, I'll take one too. Our next story I want to talk with you about because you are at least a former, at the very least, Elden Ring player. Mm-hmm. So the person that took the title of Let Me Solo Her.
God mode? Yeah.
Yes. So Bandai Namco sent Let Me Solo Her a sword in recognition of their exploits in the game. I believe the sword is because they sent it because there was 1,000 defeated the end boss Melina 1,000 times. Not to mention how many times this person let Me Solo Her would jump into other people's Elden Ring runs and help them defeat Melina.
Yes. Yep.
And the best part about it was the gear that this person wore. Let Me Solo Her literally wore a loincloth and a
bucket. It was a bucket, right?
A bucket on the head.
Yeah.
As a helmet. And that's it. There is nothing else. And this person solos this shit constantly over 1,000 times. Yeah. So what Bandai Namco sent them was a really cool box that actually has a sword in it. And it also has a note in it, saying congratulations for going ahead and and having these having these achievements. It looks like they also got a cloak as well. It says to Klein Suboy, who is Let Me Solo Her. That's the person's actual name. Congratulations on your great accomplishment from the Bandai Namco team. Like, dude, that is so fucking cool. I cannot believe that's a company going above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? For something like that.
They didn't have to do that.
Not at all.
It's dope that they did that. It's almost kind of like
so nice.
It's so cool when you see companies do stuff like that and recognize certain people. It makes me think of the old lady that still plays Skyrim. I think they call her like the Skyrim grandma or something like that. or whatever, and they put her in the following game.
Well, that's like the
Or they either put her in Skyrim, or they're putting her in the next game. I forget.
The kid, Trevor, for Borderlands. Kid was a huge fan of Borderlands 2, and actually all the games, upwards to 3, and he had cancer, and he ended up dying before the game came out, like officially. But they did give him a rough copy of the game to play, and he actually, I mean, he's a legendary gun. I mean, he's a shiny. Well, I mean, that's what me and the guys call the legendary. So when it pops gold, I mean, we call it. I mean, you got a shiny, and dude, we've been doing that for decades. But dude, so the Trevornator is this insanely OP fucking shotgun. Last I remember, and just when you see companies do stuff like that, it does make you feel good.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, I've always loved those stories. I've always loved those types of stories.
100%. I have an article here that I can interject.
Oh, please.
Because I brought it up because it's what it's what my part normally is when we do the free anew of the month. I normally take Xbox, and as of October, there will be no more games via backwards compatibility. So with Xbox games with gold, they are dropping Xbox 360 titles come October.
Really?
They will not be. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it says that's, and apparently, if we were to look, there should be a message in our inbox if you're an Xbox Live Gold subscriber. So.
Now, I will say this: their monthly free games have not been nearly the talk of the town, as opposed to like what PlayStation's been doing, or I mean what Sony's been doing. But at the same time, when you have the thing I keep on saying is when you have Game Pass, and when you're able to do as much as you can with Game Pass,
yeah,
you know what I mean, they can kind of have these little lulls, you know, I mean, these little lull periods, with these new games, or even with these free games.
And it does seem as though nothing will be replacing that, so the games will probably just go from 4 to 2 for the games. They're not going to give 4, current titles or more current titles.
I mean, that would be so.
It would be, but I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, so come October, even though your Xbox 360 can still work online, there will be no more
support
no more support for backwards compatibility.
Now, speaking of Microsoft, look at that transition.
It's fucking segue, bro.
They have confirmed that they will be attending Gamescom this year, which is going to be in Cologne, Germany.
Yep.
And they went ahead and told everybody that we can expect updates on some announced games coming to Xbox in the next 12 months. Now, the last time they did that, which was probably about a month ago-ish. Excuse me. So the last time they went ahead and did that, we got Redfall, Hollow Knight's Silksong, Forza Motorsport, Starfield, High on Life, Flintlock, Wu Long Fallen Destiny. We got all of those, and we got a whole bunch of information. Starfield, just a whole bunch of information on all those games. Now it seems like we're going to get more information. So, I'm hoping for more gameplay from Redfall. I want to see some of the other characters in the game. Like, that would be awesome. I want to see more actual gameplay from Starfield. We need to start seeing some of this stuff to really feel good about what's coming next year. So that's not going to be happening until close to the end of August, August 23rd to the 28th. And I guarantee you, 100%, we will give you that information when it comes.
Absolutely.
It is what we do here at the Console Gaming Crew Podcast. I don't know why I keep on turning on that voice. Can't help it. Sounds good. What can I say? So now we got to talk about their competitor. Because a few things have happened this week with Sony.
Indeed they have.
We finally got a release date for God of War Ragnarok. And with that release date, we also got a delay for another game we've been expecting.
Yeah, I was about to
say.
But
I'm not surprised.
It's not. It's a smart business move.
Oh my God, yes.
It's a smart business move.
So God of War Ragnarok is going to be coming out November 9th of this year. Dude, that is only 4 months away. 4 months away.
We close.
And we barely have anything. Now, we did get the trailer, the gameplay trailer not that long ago. That was a father and son type of deal. You know what I mean? To where you see Atreus. That's, you know what I mean? He's older now, obviously. And you mean Kratos is just exactly who he is, just this old cantankerous asshole for the most part. I mean, but a good dad for the most part as well. So with this release date, one of the things that I did say here and talk about was that Forspoken has been delayed till January of 2023. Now, it only got delayed a few months, which is fine.
Yeah,
I'm good with it.
That's a few months to let people breathe on Ragnarok.
Yes.
And
because
whatnot.
people are going to go fucking bonkers over this game, dude. They're going to speed run the fuck out of it.
You don't want to be directly competing with, with that. So
no,
even if your game is great, which I'm sure Forspoken's going to be, like, you want that time to be your time. Let Ragnarok have its time. Let people lose their minds over that. Enjoy the shit out of it. Post about it, all that shit, and then you'll have your time.
Yeah. So the tweet that we got came out July 6th. And it's from the Forspoken Twitter page, and it says, as a result of ongoing discussions with key partners, we have made the strategic decision to move the launch date for Forspoken to January 24th, 2023. All game elements are now complete, and development is now in its final polishing phase. We would like to thank you and your continued support and patience on this journey. Your excitement for the game inspires us every day, and we cannot wait to share more about Forspoken with you later this summer.
Now,
2 things on that.
I was about to say the same thing, and I wonder
Number 1,
2 things.
They said this summer, so that means that we are going to get a state of play that is going to be Forspoken heavy.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money. That's all that is.
Yeah.
What's number 2 for you?
Well, I'll let you get your 2 out, and then I'll give my 2.
Well, I mean, like, them saying they're now on the polishing phase, and the polishing phase is going to sit here and take them another 6 months. You know what I mean? Like 5 months, 6 months. I'm not mad at that.
Okay,
Look, I know I'm a broken record on this. We say this all the time on this show, but as long as it gives us the final product, we don't care how long it takes.
Exactly.
Just give us the pretty shiny thing that we want in the window.
And where I was going with this was my 2 thoughts. 1, you didn't have to give that whole spiel, because I and most people firmly believe if Ragnarok wasn't releasing when it was going to release, that game would be released when you said it was going to be released.
Yes.
So that's number 1. So number 2, you decided to make this whole thing and bring up and almost make it seem like you need this extra time for the polishing. So if that's the case, the fact that you made the point to say that we now have 6 months, the game is done, we are just polishing, there better not be any goofy bugs that slip through anybody. There better not be any cyberpunkish shit in here. Because you have told people, like, hey, the game was going to come out here, but we decided to take an extra half a year to polish it up. No, you didn't. And it's fine. You could have been honest. Like, hey, the game is what we wanted, but Ragnarok's coming out, so we don't want it. It's like why a lot of UFC, boxing, or basketball, like, nobody wants to compete with the Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl is, we ain't making anything happen. We waiting. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same
World
thing here.
Series, Stanley Cup, NBA Finals, dude, it's all the fucking same. Nobody wants to have anything happening during that time.
Yeah.
Not even TV, man. Yo, like the Emmys, Grammys, Tonys, all that shit happens in different months because of that. Because nobody wants to even remotely try to fuck up, sharing time with each other.
Exactly. So the fact that you made it a point to cover your real reason with, we wanted to just get some extra polishing on this game that is already done. Ooh, you put some pressure on yourself, so you better deliver. If this game comes anywhere close to Cyberpunkish, you're in trouble.
And another thing that the only I'm actually worried about with Forspoken with this is, like, say at like the Game Awards, it is up for like Game of the Year. It's going to be up for the Game of the Year in 2023, which means that if it comes out in January, not a lot of people are going to remember it by the time August,
by the following year,
and September come around. You know what I'm saying?
You never know, because there are some games that hang with you. There are some games that I remember, like,
And I'm hoping. I am hoping this will be that.
Ori, I still have fond memories of how great that game was, and I played that over a year ago.
Ori lives rent free in my mind at all times.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll pay rent for Ori to live in my brain. Yeah, every time I see, because I do follow Thomas Mahler, the guy from Moon Studios on Twitter.
Yeah.
Every time I see him tweet, I just keep like praying that it's something about another Ori game.
Well, right now, last I heard, they were working on a
they're working on a new
third
IP,
party,
right?
Yeah, a third party IP. You know what I mean? Brand new IP. It's going to go out. You know what I mean? It's not going to be just a studio exclusive to Microsoft.
It's so funny that, like, I'm becoming that person now, because you have, think about it with movies. Games do it sometimes too. Well, let's just talk with movies. You watch some movies and you're just like, man, they should have ended it here. We didn't need a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th movie. Like, you could have just ended it here. You really overdid it. And well, I wouldn't say that with the games, but with the movies, they never made one about the actual game anyway. So
that is true.
Yeah, but
we don't know. Netflix has been working on it, so.
But like you think with like, and I'm not saying in their own right they don't have cool moments and cool twists, but like the Saw movies, the first movie was a genius concept. The concept was genius. Okay, you linger it into a second or a third movie, fine, you can pull that off. But they've had like 11 movies at this point.
Yeah,
it's like now you're just going a little overboard, overboard.
I understand what you're saying.
But what's funny is that, like, on one hand, I'm like, man, Ori 2 is the perfect place to just sit your nuts on the table and be like, this was it, no more Ori, enjoy the 2 that you got, because that's it. But then on the other hand, I'm like, oh, give me another one. Give me another one.
Well, I mean,
one more.
Just
one more.
looking like a fucking addict just sitting there scratching, like, yo, come on, man.
Oh, yeah, just give me just one more, man. Just one more.
Just one more, baby, come on.
But so, like, I'd respect it if they didn't, but...
Look, I'm not, like I said before, I mean, like, Forspoken, it was supposed to come out October 11th. And it's now, I mean, it would have less than a month to breathe before Ragnarok comes out and takes everybody's fucking PlayStation time. Yeah. So, giving yourself roughly 2.5 months to let people get all their Ragnarok out. Because, DLC, if there is going to be DLC for Ragnarok, it's not going to come out until probably around this time next year. At the minimum.
And for a game like God of War, 2.5 months is enough time to beat it and thoroughly enjoy it and take your time.
Yeah, and breathe and, like, really take it all in. I agree.
Yeah, there's nothing worse, like, first world problems, but, like, there's nothing worse than, like, having a ridiculous game you're excited to play and knowing that there's another one you want to play right around the corner, so then you try to rush yourself through the first one.
Yes.
Because you want to be playing these games when everyone else is, so that way you don't have to avoid social media, you don't have to avoid, worry about seeing a spoiler or something like that. Like, you want to be in it with everybody else. So,
of course.
I understand the move. Wish they would have just been honest about it. Like, there's no shame in that. Like, I wouldn't have been like, if they would have just presented it as, we want to give Ragnarok, it's kind of like when, like, for instance, when Grounded was pumping up Cyberpunk before it flopped. But remember how Grounded was like,
actually.
if you're waiting for the game of the year, wait till Cyberpunk. But, like, so they were pumping up. If
you want something else, come here.
Yeah, if Forspoken would have just been like, hey, we want to give Ragnarok its time, so we're gonna delay this, and in the meantime,
we want to give our exclusive brethren their proper time in the sun.
Exactly, but we also want to let you guys know that we're not just sitting on our hands while they're doing that. We're going to go back through and make sure that there's nothing we can't polish up in the meantime. That would have been a win right there. But to act like all of a sudden you've decided that you need 6 months of polishing,
you're not wrong.
Originally had the game scheduled.
You're not wrong. I'm not.
I mean, like, I'm not, like, it's not something anyone needs to be ridiculously reprimanded over. It's like, just tell the truth. You know what I mean? Just be honest.
Get your lashes.
Yeah, just be honest. You wanted to give Ragnarok its time, and, well, some places should just let me.
And that's the whole thing, dude. There's
let me handle your
wrong.
PR.
There's nothing wrong with being honest about that shit.
No, especially when you're, like, think about who would hate on. Think about the reason that you're doing it. when you're talking about games since the beginning of time have gotten delayed, but increasingly more since the pandemic. And people have tolerated that, like, hey, we got to do what we got to do. The game's just not ready yet. No one is going to hate on you if you're like, hey, our game's done, but we want to give everyone a chance to play, enjoy this game, and then you'll have our time with ours. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. There might be plenty of people that disagree, but
nah, I understand what you're saying. And look, man, I would much rather appreciate them saying straight up, look, this is what we're doing, as opposed to, what they have done.
Because it wasn't even like timed right. Like, you mean to believe that everyone was ready for this game to come out, and then like days after we get news about when Ragnarok comes out, all of a sudden you found out you needed 6 more months of polishing? It's a little too coincidental.
Nah, you ain't wrong. Yeah, because it was literally 24 hours. All right, y'all, that's all the news we have. Now it's time for y'all to catch that echo and listen to that whop. So, now it is time to go ahead and let all the crew members at home and the ones abroad, we're going to tell you what we are playing. I started off with Fall Guys because we ran that on Saturday night after we recorded the episode. It was fucking fantastic. We had our own party. Shelby won literally 70% of the matches. It was fucking hilarious. Like, she would win just off of just random shit. You know what I mean? Just like people falling off, or like everybody would fall, but she would be the highest from the slime, and then that way she would win. It's like, oh, come on, man.
Have you ever won one?
Actually, last night I did.
Nice.
Last night I won my first run. That was it was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. But other than that, I have been running Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which has been super fun. I am almost maxed out on level, and I barely ran the fucking the actual game. I mean, we've mainly been running side missions and shit like that, and it's been so good. Now, I do have the copy that I got for it had the DLC and like a season pass for it, so you know what I mean? Like, when that cap comes, I'll be all good. Mm-hmm. But dude, if you ever decide to if you want to jump back into into a Borderlands world, you cannot go wrong with Wonderlands.
Well, that's what I would do anyway.
It is so funny. Like, Wanda Sykes is fantastic. Will Arnett is fantastic. You have I think it's Andy Samberg, I think is in the game as well. And then obviously Ashley Birch as Tiny Tina. Yeah, dude, I have had more fun playing this game than I have in a long time.
I'm actually surprised we can do it next week if you want, even though it'd still be late. As much as you love her, I'm surprised that we didn't include her in news during Pride Month.
Oh yeah. It's funny because like I was telling everybody else around me about that. So just a real quick little thing. Ashley Birch came out as pansexual.
A member of the community. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't remember what she actually.
Yeah. No. She identifies as queer and she's pansexual. I'm actually not entirely sure if her pronouns are she, her. I honestly don't want to disrespect.
Yeah.
But so Ashley Birch came out as pansexual. Essentially what a pansexual person is they don't care whether your sex is male, female, whatever. Like, literally, it's just they like you, they are attracted to you, they have feelings for you, and that's the person that they just go to. So, you know what I mean? It's a person by person thing. You know what I mean? It's not just strictly a gender, you know what I mean, type of deal.
So, are we on to me now?
Yeah, you can go while I'm pulling this stuff so that way I don't fuck up.
Because what I'm doing it ties into you as well.
No, go ahead.
So I have been so balls deep in Pokemon Sword, which I said I started back up, but I said like a month or so ago. Once my son's sleeping schedule became a lot more.
So she is a she, her. All right, just
predictable.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just making sure that I actually have the right thing, because I fucked up on that once on somebody else's show, and I just felt horrible for that shit since.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah. So, Pokemon.
Yeah. So, I completed the main game storyline and everything that came after that. I've completed the Isle of Armor DLC and everything, and the bits of the story that come after that. I'm still working. There are still a couple things I believe I can do to upgrade the dojo a little bit more. But outside of that, I've caught everything I can catch in there, and I'm now onto the Crown Tundra to clean up the only last bit of shit that I need, which at this point essentially is just about all legendary. I think the only things that I need that are not legendary are Ammonite, which I will find somewhere.
Isn't that one in your game?
Yeah, that's in my game.
Yeah.
So you'll,
all right, so
you'll
yeah,
need to unless you already got one.
No, I don't have one yet.
All right, so yeah, I'll catch one for you too. So
Thank you, sir.
I need that. I need Magby and Elekid.
Ooh, I can throw you a Magby.
Works for me.
I have one. Well, actually, I have a few.
Elekid, and then through doing the max raid battles in that cave, I will get
all the other legendaries.
Not just, but I'm saying the starters as well. So
yes.
Blaziken, and that way I can get my Torchic, my. Which one goes into Sceptile?
Oh, Trico.
I know Grovyle goes Trico. Okay. I always used to get Trico and Snivy.
I love Trico. Trico is one of my
Snivy
favorites.
I know goes to Superior, but anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, so and Mudkip as well. So outside of those, yeah, it's just strictly legendaries that I need, which is fun. So I'm gonna enjoy doing that and be able to do it with you guys.
Yeah, so we found out how to actually run these Dynamax challenge raids as a crew, because you need 4, and obviously there's 3 of us. So we're gonna do what we do, and we're gonna run this shit, and it's gonna be fucking fantastic.
Yeah, and it's a good thing too, because I didn't even realize I wouldn't have even been able to do it with you guys today with the time that I had, because there was part of the story that I had to do before I'd even be able to do that.
Okay. Yo, so yeah.
Like when you first get there.
When you first get there, and you got to find Yeah.
So, but I've been having so much fun with this game. I think actually I can open up my app right now and I can tell you exactly where I'm at. I am at 556 out of 650. So I'm finally in that last 100. That last 100 that I need.
Sitting at 512, but I think I have a little bit more than that. I haven't updated this app yet. So I'm probably sitting close to 520.
Nice.
I think.
Yeah, today was a big day for me. Today is the most time I've spent playing a game in one day in over 2 years.
Yeah,
probably I'll say like 2.5 years since Alex got pregnant with Cameron. So he's 13 months old as of last week. So, and then 9 months pregnant. So yeah, about 2 years. Literally he woke up this morning from the time he went down for his first nap at 9:45. I played from 9:45 damn near all the way up until dinner time for him, which was like 5 o'clock. So I mean, he hung out with me too. He was just chilling on the couch playing with his controller and shit like that. So it was dope.
I like that.
But yeah, that was wild. Like it's been so long since I've done that. But that's why I was able to make all that progress. But yeah, I haven't played. Did I play anything else? No, I didn't play anything else. I was gonna, but didn't happen. But you have anything else, or is that it?
Nas. With Pokemon Shield, I am currently just working on the Dynamax challenges because we're
all at the same spot right now. Yeah.
I mean, I still have plenty of just regular Pokemon to go ahead and grab. You know what I mean, as opposed to the legendaries. But honestly, the fact of actually running these legendaries with you guys is more fun to me. You know what I mean? That is much more of an appealing thing than just Pokemon hunting. Yeah, you know I mean, actually running through these like I said before, the only thing that irritates me is having to rent these Pokemon out. Like, you know what I mean? So I can't pick exactly what I want with exactly my moveset.
In a
But
way, like I
get
don't
it, though.
like it, and I don't like it, and I like it. I like it for the strategy part of it.
Yes.
Because you really have to think about what you want to do.
Yes.
But I do like the idea of running with the three of us because then we only have to deal with one AI and whatnot. But I swear to, in any other Dynamax battle I have, if I get one more Eevee that doesn't do anything but do helping hand, it drives me nuts. Like, bro, I need you to attack. Don't just clap for me. But
so we had Anthony and I. We were running. I think it was the one for the Reshiram, and there was a Hatterene, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it continued to do this this do move, which gave everybody health. Like yo, dude, that motherfucker was straight support and critical support, like beyond critical. Like if that thing wasn't doing life's due, like we would have died 1,000,000 times quicker.
Yeah. Now I think, and I don't think it should matter because I think I'll be done before you guys will be ready anyway. I do think I'm gonna continue to just clean up the last like 5 or 6 that I just need to catch that are there. That way I know that all I have left is that shit, and then I can just do that to my heart's content until I catch everything I need. But like I said, the fact that I only need Elekid, Magby, Ammonite, and I think that's it because the other 3 starters I'm gonna have to get in that cave.
Yes.
So I just need to catch those 3, and and then I'll be ready to roll. But,
hell yeah.
Well, if that's all you got, allow
my brother
me to tell people where they can connect with CGC.
Please do,
if you don't mind. If you want to connect with us, you can go to our website, which is consolegamingcrew.com. You can reach out to us on our email, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. We are at Console Crew on Twitter, which is probably the best place to get in touch with us. Wes does a brilliant job handling that one. We have a YouTube and an Instagram. We are Console Gaming Crew on both. We had a Facebook, but we murdered it. You can. It is what it is. It is what it is. And if you want to find us along with a bevy of other podcasts and there's also like blogs and shit like that on there for
content
not just
creation,
content creation, and not just gaming, but a whole slew of other things. And you brought it up last time, and I'll tell you what, I never thought I'd be so interested in hearing 1v1 interviews, but Celeste does a hell of a job.
Celeste is incredible.
You can find us there as the Boss Rush Network, bossrush.net. Is where you can find us and a bunch of other amazing people on there. You can also check us out on Twitch. We are CGC Podcast, where there's co-op game Monday nights, where Wes streams games with his boys, Clyburn from the Twisted Cape, and Dan and Hav. What are you guys running now?
Right now we're running Wonderlands, but there will be Yeet Nights, into which we will bring some other people in, including yourself and Anthony, hopefully. And we will get some Fall Guys just running straight crew.
Absolutely. We still have our Fun Fridays, which eventually will turn back into Freaky Fridays. We'll have to get that set up, but for now, Fun Fridays are usually chill. We will probably, have some yeetage in there coming up now that Anthony and I both have the game downloaded, so there is that. But yeah, please stop by and check us out. It's always a fun time. And wherever you happen to listen to us, and we are on a shitload of platforms, so wherever the hell you end up listening to your podcast, please come on and rate us. Give us 5 stars. Well, give us what you think we deserve. We hope it's 5 stars.
And please tell us. Give us comments, because we will, like I said before, we will read, we will cry, and we will answer.
Absolutely.
At least I'll cry. I'll be honest.
Yeah, but that is how you can connect with the boys.
All right, y'all. Podcast. As always, number 1, Andy. Fantastic job with the outro, sir. Fantastic.
I always used to like doing it.
I don't even know why I ended up starting to do it. It just, I start throwing different voices out there doing it, and then it just works.
It's weird. What I've noticed is we go through this thing where it just like shifts on different people, because like Anthony used to do it all the time, and then
he was deployed, so it was just a recording.
It was just a recording, and then you started doing it, and then we started going back and forth, and then I started doing it, and then you started doing it again, and it's been all you since then. And then like randomly sprinkled in here and there, it's been like one from Anthony, one from me.
I kind of try to gauge it on who talks the most in the episode, and then I just run from there. There's a
method to your madness.
There is a method to my madness. A lot of times I do talk a lot, so that's when I do want to relinquish that to you guys, because then I'm just like, don't nobody want to hear me drone anymore.
I mean, I have no problem doing it every time, to be honest with you.
I know. But as always, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we just want everybody to stay safe, wash your hands, mask up, do what you got to do to feel good. And I do want to emphasize on feel good. And please, y'all.
Game on.
Game on, y'all. Be good. Love. Peace.